Hello and welcome, my dear tech-savvy friends. Today's topic is something we all know and love, or hate, depending on who you ask: emojis. Yes, those little digital pictures that have taken over our digital communication and become a language all their own. Think about it. When was the last time you sent a text or an email without adding an emoji at the end? It's like we've all become fluent in this new form of communication without even realizing it. It's like we've all collectively decided that a simple lol or haha just won't cut it anymore. We need a tiny yellow face with tears streaming down its cheeks to truly convey our amusement. But in all seriousness, emojis have truly become an integral part of our digital lives. They allow us to express ourselves in ways that words simply can't. We can convey our emotions, add context to our messages, and even create entire conversations using only emojis. So today, we're going to dive deeper into the world of emojis. We'll explore their history, their impact on modern communication, and even touch on some of the potential pitfalls that come with emoji overload. Get ready to laugh, learn, and maybe even add a few new emojis to your repertoire. So sit back, relax, and let's delve into the fascinating world of emojis. Now, let's take a trip down memory lane and explore the origin of emojis. Did you know that the first emoji was created in 1999 by a man named Shigetaka Kurita? That's right, emojis are older than some of our favorite social media platforms. Initially, emojis were created as a way to add emotions to text messages in a time when flip phones ruled the world. But it wasn't until Apple introduced emojis to their iPhone keyboard in 2011 that they truly took off. Suddenly, the world had access to a whole new language of tiny pictures, and we haven't looked back since. Over time, emojis have evolved to become more diverse and inclusive. In fact, in 2015, Unicode Consortium, the organization responsible for standardizing computer characters, added skin tone variations to emojis, allowing for greater representation and inclusivity. Now, you can choose from a range of skin tones for many emojis, including the infamous thumbs up and praying hands. So, just how popular are emojis today? According to a study by Adobe, 78% of people in the United States use emojis on a regular basis. And it's not just in personal communication. Emojis are increasingly being used in business communication as well. In fact, 56% of companies surveyed reported using emojis in their communication with customers. In short, emojis have come a long way since their humble beginnings as a way to add some emotion to text messages. They've become more diverse, more inclusive, and more popular than ever before. Who knows what the future holds for these tiny digital pictures? Maybe we'll even have an emoji for every word in the dictionary someday. Now, let's talk about the impact that emojis have had on digital communication. It's no secret that emojis have become a crucial part of how we communicate with each other online. But why are they so important? Well, for starters, emojis allow us to convey emotions in a way that text simply can't. Think about it. Have you ever sent a message that was intended to be light-hearted, but it was interpreted as serious or even rude? Emojis can help prevent those miscommunications by adding a little bit of personality and tone to our messages. In addition to adding emotion, emojis can also add context to our messages. For example, if you're running late to a meeting and send a message saying, "I'm stuck in traffic," adding a car emoji can help make it crystal clear what's going on. But emojis aren't just useful. They can also be incredibly creative and fun. People have found all sorts of unique and clever ways to use emojis in their communication. Some have even created entire stories using nothing but emojis. One example of creative emoji use is the emoji art trend. People have used emojis to create intricate and impressive pieces of art, from recreations of famous paintings to portraits of their favorite celebrities. Another creative use of emojis is in music. Some artists have used emojis in their song titles or even in the lyrics themselves. For example, Drake's song, Hotline Bling, features a phone emoji in the title, and the lyrics to Beyoncé's Drunk in Love include a reference to the surfboard emoji. In short, emojis have had a huge impact on digital communication. They allow us to express ourselves in new and unique ways, add emotion and context to our messages, and even inspire creativity and art. So the next time you send a message, don't forget to add a little emoji flair. Okay, let's talk about the not-so-great aspects of the emoji craze. While emojis are a fantastic tool for adding emotion and context to our messages, they can also be a bit overwhelming at times. I mean, have you ever received a message that was so full of emojis that you couldn't even tell what the person was trying to say? That's what we call emoji overload. In addition to overload, emojis can also be misinterpreted if not used properly. For example, the smiling poop emoji might be funny to some, but it can also be seen as offensive or inappropriate in certain contexts. And let's not forget the infamous eggplant emoji, which has taken on a whole new meaning in recent years. So, how do we use emojis effectively and responsibly? First and foremost, it's important to use them in moderation. A few well-placed emojis can add a lot of personality and emotion to your message, but too many can be overwhelming and confusing. It's also important to consider the context in which you're using an emoji. Something that might be funny or appropriate with your friends might not be appropriate in a professional setting or when communicating with someone you don't know very well. Lastly, if you're not sure about the meaning of a particular emoji, it's always a good idea to do a quick Google search before using it. In summary, while emojis can be a fantastic tool for adding personality and emotion to our messages, they can also be problematic when used inappropriately or without context. By using them in moderation and considering the context, we can ensure that we're using emojis effectively and responsibly. So go forth and emoji with care, my friends. Alright folks, that's it for today from TechNation. We've covered a lot of ground in this video. We talked about the origin and evolution of emojis, the impact they've had on digital communication, and even some of the negative aspects of the emoji craze. But despite their potential pitfalls, we can't deny the importance of emojis in modern communication. They allow us to convey emotions and context in a way that text simply can't, and they've become a language all their own. So the next time you're sending a message or posting on social media, don't be afraid to add a little emoji flair. Whether you're sending a heart to a loved one or a laughing face to a friend, emojis can add a personal touch to your messages and help you connect with others on a deeper level. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to leave a comment with your favorite emoji. As for me, I think I'll go with the classic smiley face smile.